I see you checking out my equipment. You want to learn about it? Stick around, we're going to discuss all the basics and everything you need to know about home food preservation, canning, and to get you over your fear of botulism, explosions, or whatever else is stopping you from canning your own food. Quick disclaimer, everything that I do on my page is all based on USDA safety guidelines. That includes the methods that I use and the recipes. For those of you interested in Rebel Canning, we'll get into that later on in this series, but for now, you guys need a firm foundation if you're just starting out to understand why you do what you do in order for you to expand and start experimenting in other realms. With that, let's dive into what you're going to need to begin. I know at first all of this seems a little intimidating. There's a lot of equipment here. What does it all do? Well, we're going to break down each and every piece and make it very simple to follow. First things first are your canners. This is a Presto 23-quart pressure canner. This is an All-American 21 pressure canner. And this is your water bath canner. For your jars, you've got wide mouth and you've got regular mouth. And all of that is indicating is the size of the opening of the jar. You've got the small, which is considered regular, and the wide mouth. Both come in a variety of sizes, as you can see. Everything from quarts, pints, half pints, quarter pints, and everything in between. Lids and rings for both sizes. You'll also need a funnel, tongs, wrench, a debubbler or headspace tool, and a magnetic lid lifter. Most of these items are sold as a kit, and you can get those from Walmart, Amazon, or Target. When you're canning, your lids will fit on top of the jars. The rings will fit over, securing that lid in place. Your tongs are meant to pull out or put in the jars into the canner. They hold just like this. That rubber piece down at the bottom and the rounded part at the end indicates that this is the part that's going to fit around the jar. To be perfectly honest with you, I don't use the tongs. The tongs are made simply to help release the lid or secure the lid. So if you have arthritis in your hands, this is really nice. But for the most part, you won't need this. This is a debubbler and measuring tool. You have to get the bubbles out of the food. You will be pushing down around and just releasing the air bubbles that are inside the food. On the other side of this is a little measuring tool. As you can see, it has different measurements. It has a quarter, half, third, full inch, because certain foods need certain head spaces. So if it says you need to leave a 1-inch head space, you can use your tool to gauge what the 1-inch mark is. Half-inch head space, same thing. A quarter-inch, same thing. Your funnels are kind of self-explanatory. They'll fit into any jar that you have, whether it's a wide mouth or regular mouth, short or tall. It fits inside every single one of them. And lastly, we have our little magnetic tool. Now this comes in handy, or used to come in handy a lot more back in the day. I used to use Ball specifically because of their rubber seal around the edge. They would want you to warm this up and over the stove in warm water. Instead of reaching your hand and burning your hand, you could just use the tool to pull it out and put it right on your jar. A couple of years ago, they changed their ingredients, their recipes. Unfortunately, it's no longer a rubber. It's more of some kind of a synthetic, I don't know, but it's no longer rubber. So you no longer have to heat them up. However, I have found that by heating them up still, I get a better seal and I'm less likely to have failed seals. Besides the actual canners themselves, the most important thing that you can have on hand is going to be this book. This is the Ball Complete Guide of Home Preserving. This book is going to give you step-by-step instructions. Everything that I teach on my page comes from this book. Recipes, elevation charts, and even a problem-solving chapter in the back. Anything that could go wrong, it'll tell you why it went wrong and what you can do to prevent it or to fix it. In the next episode, we're going to discuss everything about the canners, what needs to be pressure canned, what needs to be water bath canned, and how to do it. We'll see you in the next video.